We're going to focus more on adding mixed numbers this week and having to regroup improper fractions into more mixed numbers. So just like last week, we add straight down. Here we've got the same denominators already of 3 and 3. So we get 3 and 4/3, but 4/3 is an improper. So we want to change that to a mixed number. 4/3 would be 1 and 1/3. So this would be equal to 3 plus 1 and 1/3, which equals 4 and 1/3. Same thing. We see we've got the same denominator, so we add right down. So 3 and 7/5. 7/5 is the same as 1 and 2/5. So this is equal to 3 plus 1 and 2/5, which is 4 and 2/5. Don't forget to always check to see if you can reduce. Always with fractions, 2/5 does not reduce. Here we've got 2 and 3/4 plus 3/4, same denominator, so we get 2 and 6/4, which 6/4 reduces to 3/2. We can go ahead and take care of that now, which would be 1 and 1/2. So that would be 2 plus 1 and 1/2 equals 3 and 1/2. We're gonna have more volume this week. So volume is just length times width times height. This is your length, this is your width, this is your height. Volume, you're multiplying 3 different lengths together. Area, you're multiplying 2 different lengths together. And then perimeter is just adding lengths together. So that will tell you what units to use. Here we're going to have volume equals 5 times 6 times 4, which is 120 inches cubed. It's cubed because we've got 1, 2, 3 different dimensions, 3 different lengths being multiplied together. For these word problems, go ahead and pause it. Take a few minutes to try and solve it, and then you can come back to check to see how I did it. So we have a rectangular field that's 63 yards long and 21 yards wide. So let's go ahead and draw that just so we have an idea of what's happening. 63 by 21. A fence is needed for the whole perimeter of the field. Fencing is also needed to divide the field into 3 square sections. How many feet of fencing is needed? So key word I see here is this 3 square sections, and we need 3 of it. So what we want to check is, can we split 63 into 3 equal parts? So 63 divided by 3, 6 goes in 3 twice, 6 subtract 0, 3, 3 goes in 3 one time, and we can't. So we're going to split this up into 3 equal parts where that 63 becomes a 21, 21, 21. I know my drawing doesn't show it. So now we have to count all the different parts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths of 21. So that would be 21 times 4. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horizontal lengths of 21. Should be 84. Well, that should say 6, right? We just counted that 6. That'd be 126. Add that all up. 10, 11. So our final answer would be 210 yards. So that is the total amount of fencing we would need to split this field up into 3 equal sections of 21 yards by 21 yards. Again, take a minute to pause it, and then come back. So we've got 1/2 of the people at the game wore their team colors. 2/3 of those people wore team hats as well. 1/4 of those with team colors and team hats had banners to wave. 25 people had team colors and banners, but not hats. 100 people had only banners. there were 1,824 people at the game. How many had banners? So first thing I'm gonna work with here is the end stuff, where there's 25 people had team colors and banners, but not hats. So that means these 25 people are not included in the information up here. So that would be 1,824 total minus 25, and we get 1,799. Then we're told that there's 100 people who had only banners, so they are also not included up here. So then we take that 1,799 and subtract 100. So then we have 1,699. Now, the question we're trying to answer is how many had banners in total. So this 100 we'll add back here in a minute. But now we have to figure out this whole thing with the fractions. So we had 1/2 of all the people or team colors, then 2/3 of that 1/2, so that'd be times 2/3 had team hats, and then 1/4 of all of those people. So we would take that and multiply it by 1/4 had banners. This would become the 2 cancels out with the 2, so we get 1/12. So then we'll do 1,824 divided by 12. What we're doing is 1,824 times 1/12, which is the same as just dividing that by 12. 12 goes into 18 once. Subtract, we get 62. That's 5 times 60, so we get 24, 152. So there's 152 people who fit inside this category here. I just realized this was actually useless. That happens. So 152 people were inside that. Then we also had 25 people who had banners and team colors, but not hats. That's the red. And we also had 100 people who just had banners. And we want to know all the people who had banners. So that doesn't matter if they had team colors, team hats, banners, one of them, just how many people in total had a banner with them. So we add this together. We get 277 people. Cube-shaped pool is half full of water. If the water is 36 inches deep, how much would the water in the pool weigh if the pool were filled to the brim? So there's some important information we have to deal with before we start doing the problem. We know that the pool is half full of water and that there's currently 36 inches of water in the pool. So if you look at Q, that's actually something like that, right? What we're saying right now is that it's 36. Let's use a different color. Let's use blue. This is 36 inches, which means the whole height is 72 inches. And then because we know it's a cube shape, it's 72 by 72 by 72. So we would go ahead and do that. 72 times 72, 4, 14, 0, 14, 49, 50, 4, 8, 1, 5. Then we take 5,184, multiply that by 77 or 27, 72, 8, 16 to 3, 10. Placeholder 0, 7 times 4 is 8, 2, 56, 58. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 5 is 12, 35, 36. Add those together. 8, 14, 11, 12, 3, 7, 3. So it'd be 373,248 cubic inches. Then we're told that 1 cubic foot weighs 63 pounds. This is in cubic inches. So to convert that, really what we should have done in the first place is change these 72 inches over here to feet, which would be 6 feet, 6 feet, and 6 feet. That's going to be a lot easier to work with. The multiplication we just did was fun. So we'll have 6 times 6 times 6, which is 36 times 6, which is 216 feet cubed. And it was 63, or 1 cubic foot was equal to 63 pounds. So 18, 1, 3, 4, 6, 0. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 31 plus 3 is 9, 12, 8, 10, 15, 16, 31. So 13,608 pounds is how much that water would weigh.